We are here at the Center for Advanced Medical Simulation speaking with both John Sutherland and Caroline Kincaid. Hi Caroline, how are you?
Hi John, I'm great. Thanks for coming in today.
Is it okay if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, let's hit it.
Wonderful. What types of healthcare scenarios are most commonly run here at CAMS?
What's really fun about CAMS is we can do anything. Everything is a customizable space. So we run, it's sort of themes would be healthcare settings, home settings, and kind of out in the wild settings. So that could be a restaurant, a sports bar, or out in the quad even here at CAMS.
What is the core goal of CAMS, and how do you see it evolving over the next 5 years?
Yeah, so the evolution has really been throughout this year and will continue over the next 5 years. So we've had a number of changes just in the past year. So myself starting as director, Caroline as manager. Our interprofessional education portfolio has been centralized within CAMS, and then also our biomed team has centralized within CAMS. So really what we've created is 5 key priority areas that helps to make CAMS as collaborative as possible, but also as accessible as possible. So everything from operations to simulation-based education and training, interprofessional education, applied research, and health innovation services.
Are there any new technologies you're excited to integrate into your training programs here at CAMS?
Absolutely. So this past semester, we had 17 students from the Digital Media and IT program created a digital twin of CAMS. And so what that did is basically establish the opportunity to create virtual reality simulations as well as doing optimization within the healthcare system. So we can actually do different simulations of workflows, different simulations of healthcare events, and do that in the digital world first, and then try it again in the physical world and see what sort of gaps for training are available.
Very interesting. Do you choose which mannequins or simulators to invest in, like Aria or Lucina?
That's a really great question. CAMS operates kind of as a hub and spoke model for all of the programs within the School of Health and Life Sciences at NAIT and programs beyond. So we really spend time consulting with the programs to see what needs do they have. And it's a really collaborative approach on what equipment does the program have that they can contribute and bring towards the simulations, and then what is the equipment that CAMS can invest in and bring towards the simulation. So it's not just a one and done, it's a whole lot of consultation, and then also understanding where is the industry going. So there's a big push for virtual reality right now, and research and investment and dollars are heading in that direction. So it's not just quite as, yeah, we'll get this next mannequin fresh off the belt, but to really make conscious decisions so that it's impactful to student learning.
What is one of the most memorable or impactful scenarios that you've played out while you've been here at CAMS?
I think one of the most impactful scenarios that I have seen is one of our mass casualty incidents. And so it was through our interprofessional education program, and Lisa George, our associate chair of simulation and interprofessional education, orchestrated a beautiful scenario, and it involved medical students from the U of A, nursing students from the U of A, med lab NAIT students. We had real practitioners, real emergency room doctors, paramedics, the whole gamut of industry who would be working with and dealing with a mass casualty situation. And it was so wonderful to see students who have never met each other before come together and problem solve and work together and trial and error everything through this hours-long scenario, and then to debrief and discuss what the impact that is in their life and their career, and to be able to say, hey, I just did this mass casualty thing. I know what to do if that were to happen while I'm on clinical placement. Like that's a big round of applause for those students.
What feedback do you get from learners about their first experience at CAMS?
Learners love their experience at CAMS, especially after the first one is done. The feedback we get from learners is that it's such an impactful experience, and they know what they're getting into, but they don't know what they're getting into. And at the end, they understand it is supposed to be hard. So learning is hard, simulation is hard, it's real world scenarios, and you are going through the nitty-gritty with your colleagues, with your teammates, and students at the end see that value of working with other disciplines or learning in high stress, high stakes scenarios. We've had students call back and say, thank you so much for putting us through that really intense simulation, because now I'm out on my clinical practice and I might not have stayed in this industry, but I knew what my role was, I knew how to contribute, I knew everything, and I knew how to talk about my feelings after, and I knew how to debrief heavy situations in real healthcare settings. So students are live, laugh, loving the simulations.
Can you tell me more about the Simulation Tech Apprenticeship Program here at CAMS?
Yeah, so John and I joined CAMS about a year ago now, and so we were pretty new to simulation, new to CAMS, and we really wanted to develop a model to help folks who become sim techs gain more knowledge and to have this be a really fulsome career. So simulation technologists aren't under the Health Professions Act by any means. It's hard to get directed education towards that, and we thought, hey, we're at a polytech, we have the resources and we have the knowledge to be able to develop something. So we've created a tiered model where folks who join as SimTechs as like a level 1 SimTech can get education to move up to a level 2 and then to be a level 3. And so we're integrating internal NATE training towards that that's available to all NATE staff, and then we're also going out into our simulation community. So Simulation Canada has a Keystones Apex simulation course, so that's something that we've integrated into sort of the stepping stone so that folks can go through, and then all NATE staff can access the NATE tuition benefit, so they can get a diploma and then eventually a degree, and all of these things sort of stack together to make a full career all the way up to a SimTech 3, and then they can gain some more sort of formal education and training to become a certified operator or educator.
How do you collaborate with your industry partners, the healthcare systems, or startups to test and validate their ideas?
Yes, the big thing is that CAMS is open for business, so we're extremely accessible. People can come in almost on a whim. So you can access our expertise, our facilities, our equipment and technology. Basically on the industry side of things, we work on usability testing and validation studies and a series of other suite of products on the health innovation services side of things. We also do applied research with health innovators, but also with simulation-based education and training.
What role do simulation centers like CAMS play in the healthcare innovation industry here in Alberta and beyond?
Yeah, the big thing is providing that sandbox sort of playground space where you can come in and test your innovations. You can see what works, what doesn't. You get that immediate feedback from end users, as well as from healthcare professionals and up-and-coming healthcare professionals as the students that are involved.
If you had to describe CAMS in one sentence for the public, what would it be?
Yeah, so CAMS is extremely flexible, adaptable, but also open for business. So accessibility is a big thing for us, and making sure that we're available for people when they need us to be as real as possible, but also as friendly and accommodating as possible.
Great. And if somebody watching here today would like to learn more about CAMS, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
Yeah, so if you visit nate.ca/CAMS, that's the best to get some background information on the program. You can also email us at cams@nate.ca.
What do you wish people knew more about CAMS?
I wish people knew that CAMS is open and ready to work with you. So if you have a training problem that you're experiencing out in industry, you want to have a team building activity, there's something that really is a need out there, even a small niche thing, you can come to CAMS, access our experts, and we can help you design training that will help sort of further the collaboration and education of your individual team. We also have the health innovation services, so if you have something that is a medical device that you need help testing, we have the resources here to help you along the way with that. So I think the punchline is CAMS is ready and willing to work with you, and we want to redefine realism in our simulation environments and have the best training that we can have.
Thank you for joining us here today at the Center for Advanced Medical Simulation at NATE, where we had a chance to talk with both John Sutherland and Caroline Kincaid.